On this show, we speak our minds and open yours. This is
Bongari Drummo.
It's the headlines.
Large parts of Joburg without water, cause is unknown, and surgeon girlfriend charged with rape, hundreds of victims possible. A very good afternoon, I am Rose Ratacha. Large parts of Johannesburg have been without water since Tuesday evening, and the cause is anyone's guess. Johannesburg Water tweeted that it was experiencing challenges with our Bryanston reservoirs. The reservoir levels are low and therefore we have to close the outlet. According to Isaac Dludlu, Johannesburg Water spokesperson, the cause of the problem has not yet been determined. We are still investigating, Dludlu told News 24 on Wednesday. The water that goes into the reservoir is not enough, so we have lost pressure and capacity in the reservoir. However, we don't know the cause. We are still checking in with Rand Water whether the supply from them is enough for our reservoirs, and we are investigating whether there might be a leak somewhere that is causing this problem. An orthopedic surgeon in California who once appeared on a dating reality show and his girlfriend have been charged with drugging and sexually assaulting two women in a case prosecutors suspect might involve hundreds of other victims. Authorities told AFP on Tuesday they had received dozens of leads in the probe, just hours after a press conference held to try to encourage other women to come forward. I am being told by investigators that their phones have been very active this afternoon, said Michelle van der Linden, a spokesperson for Orange County prosecutors. The surgeon, 38-year-old Grant William Robicheau, and his 31-year-old girlfriend, Carissa Laura Riley, were charged on September 11 with rape as well as drug and weapons-related offenses in connection with two alleged assaults. Catch me again at 2:30, bringing you your latest sports bulletin. Temperatures remain 30 degrees in Johannesburg, 29 degrees Celsius in Lagos, 29 degrees in Washington, D.C. as well. If we have missed anything newsworthy, feel free to let us know using the hashtag #TheDramaticTalk. We are brandlive.co.za on Facebook, Brand Live Radio on Twitter. I am Khaukelo Rebel Rose Ratacha on Facebook as well. Next up is The Dramatic Talk with Bongani Drama.
Sweet and sour, that is what you are. A lonely lover, that is what you made me, yeah. You got me fixated on all your up and down reactions, wondering how you gon' act when you sing next time. Baby boy, you got me going crazy. About you, put your pride down. Tell me what's really on your mind now, honey lover. Tell me how you want me, yeah.
Always lonely, but you never alone. Baby. You the sweetest lady I've ever known. Baby. Have a deep connection when we talk on the phone. Baby. But always needing me when I'm in the zone. Damn. I never wanna see you frown. I never wanna let you down. We rock nation. Baby, we gon' run this town. You're the queen to my king. Baby, you deserve the crown. Only problem is I ain't really sure if I wanna settle down. I got a lot on my mind, but you're the sweet escape. Always coming to the rescue. Superhero, no cake. You could tell that I love thick girls, cause I'm all about the bass. And you could tell when something's wrong, cause you can see it in my face.
Sweet Sour, Kamo Matsuso right here on the Dramatic Talk on BrandLive.co.za. 6 minutes after 2 Central African time. Another fantastic Wednesday. It's the 19th of September 2018. There's a heat wave in Johannesburg, South Africa that had been happening, since Monday, and they said through Wednesday. So we wait and see, what's going to happen with that. Thank you so much to Tia Chiamano Makado on Heroes at Work, keeping you on the loop from 1:30 right here on BrandLive.co.za. Alrighty, hi Rose, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Drama?
I am fantastic. Thank you for being here. How has the week been?
It's been good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's been
Yesterday
happening?
I had a life struggle.
Why?
So,
Yeah.
So I went to an interview, right?
Yeah.
Which I was scheduled for 11 o'clock.
Shucks.
I got interviewed at 6
Oh wow.
p.m.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, look, it happens, right? It comes with the nature of the business, so you're gonna have to deal with it, I guess. You'll be fine. It's still gonna happen. This was just the beginning of it,
Yeah.
right? Alrighty, folks, coming up on the show in the Convo Corner, we're talking stay-at-home dads. So what is your take about the phenomenon of stay-at-home dads? Do you think it's something that should be happening, or perhaps not? And all the misconceptions as well about it. We're gonna find out a bit later what those are. Drama Tainment coming through. We look at Chomi back at 999, and we look at Justin Bieber applying for a U.S. citizenship, and since getting engaged to model Hailey Baldwin as well. I'm going to be having a chill and chat right on the show with Nonso Akazi. She's going to be giving us stunning music that she's been recording. Rose Rataka at 2:30 is coming up with your sports news, just to give you staying in the loop on what's happening sports wise in the country and all over the world as well. It's 8 minutes after 2 Central African time. Watching the Dramatic Talk straight to it. It's time for the Convo Corner.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is
Bongari drama.
Askulumeni in the Convo Corner.
check this out.
It's time for the Convo Corner.
It is absolutely time for the Convo Corner. But however, before I even divulge in the Convo Corner, I just want to find out from you folks, right? And let us know on 062 172 9002. I just want to find out from you, really, if you had money accidentally transferred into your account, into your bank account, what would you do with it? And I mean, if in actual fact you have been a victim of such circumstance where you in actual fact have money being transferred in your account, what would you do? Or if you have had it, what did you do?
Mistakes happen. And
But what did you do?
I mean,
has it happened?
It's never happened.
So
but
if it happens,
if it were to happen and it hasn't been withdrawn, or I mean, not withdrawn, reversed in 2
Yeah.
days, I'm just gonna use it.
You're gonna go for it.
Yeah, and pretend like nothing happened.
All right, I want to find from everyone else. 062 172 9002 on our WhatsApp, Facebook Live as well. Leave your comments there. And what would you do if you had money accidentally transferred into your account, your bank account, and if you had been in this situation, what did you do? And what advice would you give other people as well to, do as well? Alrighty, stay-at-home dads is what we have right here on the Convo Corner. Now, a stay-at-home dad, alternatively stay-at-home father, house dad, or SAHD, house husband or house spouse, a father who's been the main caregiver of the children and is generally, the homemaker of the household instead of, the female or the mom. Now, as families have evolved, the practice of being a stay-at-home dad has become more common and socially acceptable, which is obviously, a big phenomenon because people just like, especially if you are very cultural, perhaps in black families where, someone will stand up and say, actually, I'm a stay-at-home dad. It becomes such a phenomenon for a lot of other people.
Yeah, it's a new family dynamic, which I respect.
Completely.
Because most, like you said, most cultures would expect the man to go out and fend for the family.
Yeah.
But if he decides that he wants to stay with these children and get to know his children better, especially I feel like if you have boy children in the house,
Yeah.
then at least they'll have that full-time guidance from dad.
Yes.
Yeah, you know.
I think so too. Hey, it's quite. I mean, look. Obviously, societal-wise, a lot of people in the society would probably not even think that that's what needs to be happening, but it is happening. However, it dates back to pre-industrialization, right? The family worked together as a unit and was self-sufficient. Now, when affection-based marriages emerged in the 1830s, parents began devoting more attention, to children, and family relationships became more open. Beginning with the Industrial Revolution, large-scale production replaced, home manufacturing. Now, this shift, coupled with the prevailing norms governing, sex or gender roles, dictated that the father become the breadwinner and the mother the caregiver. So that's where it comes from. It comes from, pre-industrialization on how things you must be coupled around.
Yeah.
The woman stays at home, the dad goes out to find a job. However, in the 21st century, then you find that, there's a little bit of a difference. The dad is now at home, the mom needs to be out there because probably they don't really want to be at home. They want to work.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
what I want to know is the challenge and the whole dynamic of it, living with a husband who's
Yeah.
a stay-at-home dad. Do you now get, as a woman, does she get a bigger head now and say, okay, I want to find the laundry done, or I want
see what you mean.
my food cooked at the certain time, or
I don't think it gets to that
demand-
point. I just think it becomes a situation where you communicate about it. And if the man is staying at home and he's been doing it, he's been changing the diaper, making sure that before the wife leaves for work, there's at least breast milk for the baby. And if that's communicated, then that's okay. And if the husband loves doing it, will be doing the laundry, cleaning the house, doing the dishes, then I really think that it becomes easier. So the woman doesn't come back and say, do my laundry, do this and do that. I don't think it gets to that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I also want to ask two questions. So my first one was that one. Second question is,
Yeah.
okay, hearing from what you've said,
Yeah.
so let's say the dad,
Yeah.
the guy goes out and chills with the gents.
Yeah.
Doesn't his ego become a bit tainted when the friends are like,
Completely.
but bro, you
Completely.
stay at home dad,
Completely.
isn't your ego bruised or whatever?
Completely.
Unless he's matured enough,
Right?
to handle that situation.
I love
don't
that
know.
question because here's how it is made. How is the male ego holding up? They mentioned, right? Now, is caregiving the death blow to the male ego? Now, is changing diapers the collecting breast milk from your wife before she dashes off to work, board meeting, eating away off their testosterone levels? If it is, and this is the role you find yourself in, it's time to communicate, those feelings to your wife, or a professional. So go to your wife, tell the wife the actual fact. So the guys are saying that, why am I a stay-at-home dad? So you need to communicate those things with your partner or with a professional. It could be anyone else that you probably, affiliated with that can help you out through it, to say, but your friends don't understand. They need to understand that you've chosen this path for yourself, I think, right? Now, why they mentioned, because those feelings may start to erode your relationship, then you start cheating, then divorce follows, right? Now, many people will still look at the dad who is juggling the kids and the trolley while trying to stick to his shopping list. The study mentions that while gender roles are converging more and more, public attitudes towards stay-at-home fathers and stay-at-home mothers still differ. While about half of Americans, 51%, think that the child is better off with a mom at home as opposed to, the workforce. Just 8% say a child is better off with a stay-at-home father. So the figures are like that. So it's 8%. People are just like, no, but we know with the dads, but because of the stigma in any case about it, about man in general. So it becomes really catch-22. Right?
Yeah, I understand. I wish I had a stay-at-home dad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do.
Nice.
Because I feel like as girls, it depends on the relationship.
Yeah.
We sort of lost our closeness because I was a daddy's girl. I still am.
Yeah.
But it's just a title now.
Yeah.
But we were very, very close until I started grade 5.
Oh,
then
is it?
It was like,
and then there was a little bit of a
there was a bit of holding back. So I feel like if he was a stay-at-home dad, it would have been.
It'd be much better.
I'd be able to, have a glass of wine with my.
Is that the reason why? Oh my goodness. Alrighty, now here's something, right? The number of stay-at-home dads began gradually increasing in the late 20th century, and especially in developed Western nations. The recent statistic that the research released show a report in June 2014 that found 2 million men to be stay-at-home dads in the US. US. Can you imagine the number? 2 million, man. However, in 2010, the number of stay-at-home dads had reached the highest point of 2.2 million.
Wow.
So there's more stay-at-home dads than, stay-at-home dads, I guess.
I respect you, stay-at-home dads.
I think so too,
and
yeah.
full-time dads.
And
Like
full-time-
any other
Look,
dad who
you know,
deserves to be
to
called
be a dad, right? Now, here's some misconceptions coming through. Now, a lot of people have a misconception about stay-at-home dads. They mention that he's sitting at home watching sports all day, not doing anything. Now, there aren't that many sports during the weekday, so watching plain old TV can fill the role. But watching TV, unless it is getting a short break from the toddler by turning into Cartoon Network, is usually the last thing on your mind during a hectic day, right? Now, you get to watch the latest sports center once the kids are in bed and the house is, reorganized. But there are no guarantees also, because the kids can come back and mess it around again.
Yeah.
The other misconception is his spouse would rather be home. That's another misconception. Say the father can't be home alone, the spouse needs to be there. Now, there's a theme of misconception that stay-at-home dads have to deal with, and it is rife with gender stereotypes, like I mentioned. This one is a reverse misconception, just as there are men who don't necessarily want to be stuck in the office all day and would rather take care of the kids. Now, there are women who want to advance their careers and don't want to be stay-at-home moms, so they'd rather not be in the house, right? Now, these are no doubt that your wife would like to spend more time with the kids. Your family, talked along about a hard-working decision and concluded it would be the best situation. So that's what I was talking about in the beginning. Say, communicate about it. The family would probably say, no, the dad needs to be the one staying at home or the wife staying at home.
At the end of the day, it's two people's decision.
Yeah.
Right? That's what happens in a marriage.
Yeah.
You don't let other people ruin the decisions that you
Completely.
guys make.
Completely.
If the dad decided to be a stay-at-home dad and the mom decided to go to work,
Then
the rest
let
of the
it
world
be.
has to respect that.
I think so too. And the other misconception is the man would rather be in the office. Now, most stay-at-home dads can tell you they know a male friend, a former co-worker, acquaintance, or family member who has told them that they would love to take care of their kids if they could, right? Now, an annual survey of working dads has found the number wishing they could stay at home with their children was 50% in 2003, and the tally most years has hovered about 40%. Most men in this role chose to be here and will want to give it up. So they wouldn't want to be, anywhere else than being with their kids. Men can watch the kids as well as women is another misconception, like I mentioned. Now, unsolicited advice is another common aspect a stay-at-home dads deal with when, in public with their kids. You handled that tantrum incorrectly, you dressed them wrong, you shouldn't be giving them, hot popcorn, sweets, whatever the case may be. Those kids should be with their mother. That's another misconception. Why? Because a man can't, completely take care of a child is the question. Moms surely get similar advice, and there's no way to say who has to deal with it more. I mean, look, if you're a stay-at-home dad and you're doing a good job, big ups to you.
Absolutely.
I mean, I really think if it's something that you are able to do and you do it well, then do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, the new normal, hopefully this will be not a phenomenon, anymore. It will be a new normal, it will be something that people accept. Now, it is a mainstream phenomenon that there's even a national stay-at-home dad network, and they hold an annual convention as well. Now, by the way, they are coming up on their 22nd convention this year. Now, the group supports dads by bringing primary dads together from across the country for professional development as dads who embrace parenting as their most important job. So primary dads are these dads that are new dads that are recently coming up, and so they're giving this development for themselves and on how to raise the kids, how to play with the kids and love the kids, because it can be something else, especially if they've seen how the baby is extracted out of the womb, right? Now, these are more local groups around the country. These dads know that they need support. Now, the research study cited above indicated that just 39% of the fathers say they're doing a very good job raising their children, compared with 51% of mothers. So that's actually quite a good number, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the great news is whether you are a full-time kid caregiver, that's a stay-at-home dad or not, dads are more involved in their kids' lives today than ever, if you actually look at it. Now, this is profound change for society and hopefully here to stay as well. Now, Gloria Steinheim, a feminist, also mentioned that, perhaps this is a good way to go about it.
Yeah. There is a comment here on Facebook Live. Joy Maseko says, I can be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
Rose, sorry gang, I'm just whipped.
What does that mean?
Who are you whipped by? So we'll find out.
So you must tell us, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks. That's what we have for you right on the Convo Corner. Let's find out from you what you think about stay-at-home dads. Would you be one, or anyone who is, and how are they handling? And as well, when I find out those type of questions, let's have a conversation at Bongani_Drama at Brand Live Radio on Twitter, BrandLive.co.za on Facebook as well. 20 minutes after 2 Central African Time. On the other side of this, Drama Tainment is coming through. Yandi Kaza, view it, Enjoy.
tell that I'm coming closer? And I don't wanna see no females acting fresh when I show up. And when I see you, my heart's a roller coaster. I forget about the pastor, the Luhoiwa. I don't got no other lover in mind. And if we're gonna take this forward, catch me outside. I don't got no other baby in mind. And if we're gonna make this happen, let's do it right. Can you tell who I'm waiting for you, just follow. I'm waiting for you, just follow me. Can you tell my body's moving slow? And I just can't take my eyes off you. I can tell you noticing the glow up. I forget who you with, tell you who you are. I don't got no other lover in mind, oh. If you wanna take this forward, catch me outside, yeah. I don't got no other baby in mind. And if we're about to make this happen, let's do it right, yeah. Can you tell you're just my type, wasting no time. I'm waiting for you, just follow. My type, wasting my time. I'm waiting for you, just follow me. You're my weekend special. Can you hold me down when no one's around? I want tonight to last forever. Maybe we can be something later. Have to go, I won't regret ya. Feels so good, I won't forget ya. Say something good. I don't got no other lover in mind. We're gonna take this forward, catch me outside. I don't got no other baby in mind. And if we're gonna make this happen, let's do it right. Let's do it right, let's do it right. You're just my type, wasting my time. I'm waiting for you.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is Bongari drama.
Let's do it right. Let's do it for dash. I pray you get the type of love that never holds a grudge. The type of love you never wanna live without. The type that picks you up when you're feeling down. Where the waters really flow when you're not around. Cause I got you in my sights and Tombazan. Let a nigga do you right, Tombazan. Let my lumen name the price, Tombazan. Get the day, there's the brand, Tombazan. Cause a nigga is available emotional. Take you to the mall, so to wash your mind. Cause I want you now, anybody. Cause I want you now, anybody. And I hope you get the right though. The same way you want that iPhone. And I hope you get the right though. The same way you want those nice clothes. And the next time you cry and mess up your makeup, let it be for love. Next time you cry and mess up your makeup, let it be for love.
You give me love, you give me love. You give me love, you give me love. Boy, I don't care what anybody says. You in my heart, I ain't letting you go. Dick for settle time. Dick for settle time. Dick for settle time. Dick for settle time. Midnight till you win. Get the foot and win. Midnight till you win. Get the foot and win. It is easy to win. It is easy for the win. It is never said you nothing but an F-boy. Oh, what the worth we're talking about.
Great Faith and Noltando right here on the dramatic talk on breadlive.co.za. I have that one I played Julian Kaza viewer Kyolwana 26 after 2 Central African time. Interestingly enough, there's comments coming up right with regards to the fact that if you would have money transferred into your bank account accidentally, what would you do about that?
Yeah, Tulani on Facebook, Tulani Rokhetwa says, spend the moolah.
Spend the money.
Spend the money.
So, I mean, I think that's what everyone else is saying, right? Spend the money, go for
Everybody's
it.
basically saying spend the money.
I don't know. Must I do it? Should it happen? I have no idea. I'm not saying
How much
I
are we
have.
talking?
I don't know. Like it could be 3,000 rands. Could be 80. I mean, you were mentioning off air that it could be 80. 1,000 rands. You would buy a car, but now you still to your parents. You need the parents to know what is really happening because you can't rock up with a car. All of a sudden, they're gonna be asking questions.
Yeah, they might think I have a blesser, hey.
Completely.
But yeah, I'll just let them know that I've been saving since I've started working.
Stunning. Alrighty,
Yeah.
so folks, we still want to find out from you. Let us know what you think. Hashtag the Convo Corner. And if you had money, and we're still talking stay-at-home dads as or 18, or rather, I beg your pardon, 14:27 Central African time. Straight to Dramatainment.
It's time to buckle up.
Now, this is
Extra, read all about it.
Scene 1, Apple, take 1.
It's the drama.
Absolutely time for Dramatainment. The first story coming through is Chomi is back at 999. I think I remember mentioning on Dramatainment and on the other show on Dramatainment, on How TV, mentioning the fact that, Chomi spoke about, not being able to take care of herself and her family. But however, there's another story that emerged that in actual fact she's back at 999. Now, in recent news, following up to the news reported, it seems that the Java sexy hitmaker has made her way back to 999. Speaking to a local publication, Chomi mentioned how excited she was that, she'll be back, and mentioned the arrangement is really, really great. She's happy, she's doing music again and to revive her career. It was mentioned that the star revealed that she had already prepared, the music she wants to work on, which is good. She mentioned, and I quote, "I recorded with 999 Music about a month ago. However, folks, it should be mentioned that Divatainment, her company, still exists, so it'll pick up, perhaps, sign up and-coming artists, I think. So it should be something that she needs to look in. Now, an informant mentioned that unfortunately things didn't work out as planned, hence she went back to Arthur once more. Well, which is good. I think that if things don't work out, always go back home and see how you can, redo them, start on a clean slate. Now, the star mentioned that she'll be releasing new music soon. Well, she mentioned, "I can't wait, it better be a hit." Now, she was quoted as saying that it's awesome, we are working hard on a new material, which is good. I can't wait to see that happen. But also, I think the lingering question is, are they gonna be back together with Arthur Mafokate? We'll wait and see. Justin Bieber, in your international affairs, is applied to be a US citizen since getting engaged to model Hailey Baldwin. Now, they got married secretly. That's the story that's been going around. Now, rumor has it that the pair got married secretly, as mentioned, soon after the engagement happened. Now, news broke out this week that the star is applying, for US citizen, according to informers that told an international gossip cartel. Bieber is applying for dual citizenship. Since he's a Canadian citizen and, would want to be an American as well. Now, it's not surprised at all. Think about it. Bieber spends most of his time in the US, and that will only grow stronger when he gets hitched a long-time friend, Hailey Baldwin. So it will get stronger as they, get to have a family. So he loves it. Bieber has a deep love for the US and appreciation for the country where he became extremely rich and famous as well. Well, we wish you all the best, and I just hope, it's legit and it's not because he now got married that he wants citizenship.
So was the putting the engagement on hold a PR stunt if they got married?
Look, that is why I'm saying
secretly?
that I pray it's legit, because then but they've been long-time friends, with whatever happened back in the day in 2014, and getting back together. Obviously, there was what's her name? She was involved, the other star, and they broke it off, and they're back again. So hopefully it's legit. I pray it is.
I hope so.
I hope so too. Alrighty, folks, it's 2:30. Rose Rotaka standing by with your sports update.
Time to talk about sports.
Don't touch that dial. It's time for the sports news and the sporting stars of tomorrow right here on
Brand Live.
Kickstarting your sports news this afternoon in soccer, why Sundowns man Lebogang Maboe says he's running his own race. A very good afternoon. I am Rose Ratsaga. Lebohang Mabue feels no pressure to emulate the feats of his father, former Orlando Pirates star Sidwell Mabue. Mabue Jr., though knows the trophies will also come for him now that he has joined star-studded Mamelodi Sundowns from Maritzburg United. It has been a highly promising start for Mabue since his move to Klerkop. He already has his first goal in Sundowns colours and has played half their league games, 3 out of 6, and 3 more in the MTN 8. Dad Sidwell played for Bloemfontein Celtic, then won trophies at Pirates before moving to Amazulu. Mabue feels no pressure to emulate his father's medal cabinet and career. U.S. judge dismisses concussions lawsuit from former wrestlers against WWE. A federal judge has dismissed lawsuits by dozens of former professional wrestlers who accused World Wrestling Entertainment Incorporation of failing to protect them from concussions and other head trauma, including chronic traumatic encephalopathy (CTE). Many claims filed on behalf of 53 wrestlers like Joseph Road Warrior Animal, Lauritanius, and Jimmy Superfly Snooker, who were bought too late and some were frivolous. U.S. District Judge Vanessa Bryant in Hartford, Connecticut, ruled on Monday. And Orlando Pirates coach Milutin Srećković raves about Ola Mlambo. Orlando Pirates coach Milutin Srećković has echoed the sentiment of his assistant Rulani Mokoena that Bucks Ola Mlambo is one of the best midfielders in the country right now. Mokoena said 2 weeks ago that informed, skillful, physical and dynamic Mlambo is the best midfielder in the country on current form, following a second ABSA Premiership victory in succession on Saturday night and Bucks first against SuperSport United in 10 games going back to April 2015 at Orlando Stadium on Saturday night. Srećković too sang man of the match Mlambo's praises. I want to congratulate Ola Mlambo on another top-class performance that goes in line with what my brother Rulani mentioned to you, that we believe he is on top 3 midfielders in the country, he said. Catch me again in the last few minutes bringing your last news bulletins. You are still tuned into the Dramatic Talk with Bongani Drama. Temperatures remain 30 degrees in Johannesburg, 29 degrees in Lagos, and 29 degrees in Washington, D.C. If we have missed anything sports-worthy, feel free to let us know using the hashtag The Dramatic Talk. We are brandlive.co.za on Facebook, Brand Live Radio on Twitter. I am Kgaugelo Rebel Rose Ratsaga on Facebook as well.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.
This is what you missed on brandlive.co.za.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man. And you know, like the thing I was thinking about this conversation, I sort of like even simple things as one is much cheaper, like masturbation, man. Do you think like a lot of homies they talk about this type of thing? Even the homies and the ladies.
Live from 27 boxes in the heart of Melville, this is brandlive.co.za. Making a bold statement yet blending into the surrounding suburbs of Melville, 27 Boxes is a realization of edgy design and practical implementation. A radical departure from the shopping malls of our generation, yet not a return to the high streets of our youth. 27 Boxes showcases the best of a shopping centre set in a garden, surrounded by the bohemian suburb that is Melville. 27 Boxes, shop, play, eat.
Have you ever thought about the power of social media? Social media has the power to make your business grow. Yeah. Why don't you let us manage your social media? Because our business is to see your business grow. Visit us at www.bstownmedia.co.za.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.
It is absolutely brandlive.co.za. The Dramatic Talk, myself Bongani Drama, 25 minutes to 3. And thank you so much for streaming in. We're still talking stay-at-home dads. You know, let us know what you think about it. If you know anyone who is part of it, or if you will probably want to be part of it, and if what you think as or your take on it. Alrighty, Nonzwakazi Sipokazi Mapumulo is a Durban-based performing artist who does Afropop, soul, and classical music as well. Completed an honors degree degree in industrial psychology at the University of KwaZulu-Natal. That is the Howard, College campus. And versatility sets her apart from many other artists as well. Nonzokazi, welcome aboard the Dramatic Talk.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, wow, that's a very amazing introduction.
Thank you so much. Closer to the mic, please, for me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes.
And, obviously, now let us know, right, first and foremost, KZN, as a performer, did you grow up in KZN?
Of course. I grew up in KZN. I was born in Esikhaweni.
Nice.
Then I went to school there up until high school.
Nice.
And then I went to Durban.
Nice.
To study industrial psychology.
Yeah.
UKZN Howard College campus. So that's where I'll say... because I was growing up, I started having a life in Durban. That's where my music career started
off
blossom.
Nice.
That's where I started having a social life as well.
Nice.
So that is why every time in my profile you see that I'm Durban based. It's because now I stay in Durban. But Gitije is Kawini.
It's Kawini.
Yes.
Now, why industrial psychology? Was it the parents, perhaps?
No, actually, I'm a person who's very much interested in the psychological anatomy of a human being.
Oh, nice.
Yes, but then as I went on and studied, I then realized, you know what, I want to also do postgrad. But now that I understand what psychology is about,
nice.
I want to do industrial psychology. I want to understand the decision making
of a human mind.
Exactly. And when it comes to the workplace, how can we make a human being more productive at the workplace?
Nice.
What is it that we can do?
Yes.
Do rewards work? Do they not work? What is it that you need to do to create a productive team?
Interesting.
So, yes.
That's fantastic. And then you now, finished psychology and you did go into the field, or you decided otherwise? You said, no, actually music is what I want to do.
The very interesting thing about industrial psychology is that it is everywhere, even within the music industry. The principles that I learned in industrial psychology just apply everywhere.
Nice.
I have a team.
Nice.
I have the Nonzwagazi team. Whenever I do something, I have my backup singers.
Nice.
I have with the behind the scenes stuff. So I need to understand how to communicate and relate to them. So that they're able to be more productive and love the brand, actually. So it's everywhere.
That's
Mbongani
stunning.
Drama. It's
That's
just
very
everywhere.
good you mentioned that, right? Now you're versatile as a singer, ranging from opera, to some choral music here, classical music happening as well, and Afro soul as well. Why is that? Is it something that you've always wanted to do?
It is something that I've always wanted to do. I don't want to lie to you. I've always wanted to do it. I've just, I'll write songs and then stash them somewhere, knowing very well that when the time is right,
I'm gonna release. You're gonna give us a banger.
Exactly. And funny enough, opera and choral music and classical music that's home.
They interlink, isn't it?
They interlink,
Interesting.
exactly. Because when you do opera, you get to understand all the elements of stage production.
Completely.
You need to understand, okay, I need to bring people in. I need to win the audience. Those are the exactly same principles that apply in hip hop.
Yeah.
They apply in Afro pop.
Yeah,
They
I think so
apply
too.
exactly. So music is just a universal language like that. And I don't want to be confined in a box. Nonzwagazi is now only doing Afro pop.
Afro
so
pop,
you're no longer going to see her at the City Hall.
Hey.
Oh, you will see me. You will see me.
You'll see you everywhere, penetrating.
Yes.
You performed the role of Sultry Muzeta when the Playhouse and Gauteng Opera collaborated to bring us La Bohème. And how did that come about?
Okay, I was called for auditions at the Playhouse. I was exhausted because the day
night
before
you were performing Afro Soul somewhere.
I was performing the Messiah, actually.
Oh wow!
Do you know how?
Oh wow!
How big that production
Completely.
is? And the following day I had to go for auditions.
Shucks.
I went there. I did my thing and. I actually auditioned for both roles.
Oh,
Me
nice.
and Muzeta.
Oh, nice.
But then I think I was just a lovely Muzeta.
I think so. I love the confidence. I love the confidence.
And then I had to go for training.
Yes.
The Playhouse sponsored everything.
Nice.
I had to go for training, and then.
I mean, look, I should say that you're the best Muzeta I think the country has ever had. Woo! I think recently, because La Bohème hasn't been staged so much, I think, in the country. And I think when it was brought to the Playhouse, as a lot of people were so happy. I mean, they wanted to see more opera happening because it was sort of died in KZN, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. people were very excited. You know, just seeing the poster with,
one of ours is going to be part of it.
Ooh, I have to see that. Ooh, you are Muzeta.
Right.
Wow.
That's
and
interesting.
Then I think people had that expectation. You know, whenever you hear about a production, you go on YouTube and you Google, this is what you're expecting. So I wanted to give something different,
something
right? Different. I wanted to give people the KZN Muzeta, you know.
Now, Omisa Iliba. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, that's a Zulu opera. It's composed by Ubabuqinisela Sibisi.
Yeah.
I was called for auditions.
For the auditions.
I
went
for auditions.
Got the
and
role.
They said, you know what? You will make a perfect wife. You know? That was very interesting.
Star.
I think my body size, you know, I have this nice body.
Yeah.
And they said, you know what? This is the role for you.
And
I think I killed it because, you know, during the performance,
yeah,
the audience was so disturbing, but you know you have to be professional.
Is it? Were they raving about it?
They were interacting with the whole thing.
Because
when the husband was shouting at me.
It?
And then they will say, you know, that was very interesting. And you know, you got to see how patriarchy just makes all the women around the world blood's boil.
Completely, because you know, one way or the other to be part of it. But I think the interesting part about it as well is the fact that, I mean, you have an audience member that understands, because if it was an Italian German opera, they probably wouldn't have reacted the same way. But you have this African, you know, opera that you have that you know, people can actually relate to. So I think more composers need to actually compose more, you know, sort of African operas that we can, you know, relate to, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. In that way, we're going to be able to even take these productions to townships.
Completely.
See, you can bring your grandmother, your grandfather, your aunties and uncles. They're going to sit there and they're going to understand the storyline.
Completely.
They're not going to just listen to beautiful voices and seeing people kissing on stage and being excited over that only. But they're going to actually understand
what is really
going on.
Because they can relate to it.
Yes, they actually even voice out. Like when they're shocked, they're like,
oh my goodness, this just happened.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, you know, you now have a single titled Phakama Mbokodo, which sounds amazing, by the way.
Yes,
now you want to take us through the journey of its inception right through the end. How did it begin and how you are, you know, going forward with it?
I'm such a fan for women empowerment.
Nice.
As you can listen to me while I was telling you about the role that I played in that opera. Those are one of the things that inspired me to write a song. Women of today are very busy.
Yeah.
They're holding big positions. They're very busy women because they are empowered. I mean, I'm not going to lie about that. But I just wanted to write a song, a 4-minute song that you're going to listen when you're on your way to the boardroom to make that big presentation.
Nice.
When you're on your way from a long day from work to home, I just wanted to write that song, a very motivational song that says Phakama Mbokodo.
And it's actually a stunning song. I love it so much also.
You're the fire, you can do it, you can lead.
It's women empowerment more than anything.
Exactly.
Right.
That's just basically it.
And did you perform it in KZN, you know, throughout the month of August?
Oh yes.
Oh, fantastic.
I performed it.
And how was it received?
It just turns into a revolution.
Is it? Wow.
Every time I perform it, exactly.
Stunning.
Because towards the end,
yeah,
it says "What's it doing fast? What's it doing for what?" Which is
something. I mean, you know, yes, that we use so much in South Africa.
So much, and then
strike
now,
a woman, you strike a rock.
Exactly. I've taken that and I've put it into song, and people love it.
That's amazing. Nontokazi, thank you so much, and I wish you all the best in everything that you're going to be doing. Right?
Thank you so much.
Are you a fan of games? Do you love games?
I love games.
We have something here called the 5 questions quiz. It's 5 questions in 15 seconds, A or B. Do you have the clock in? So you choose from A or B of the questions I'm going to be giving you. 5 questions in 15 seconds, right?
Okay, what am I going to win?
We'll let you know.
Okay.
5 questions quiz.
It is time for the 5 questions quiz. We have our clock in. Clock is in. There we go. Verdi or Mozart?
Mozart.
All right. Opera or Afropop?
Afropop.
Clement Choir or Gauteng Choristers?
Clement Choir, Aibo!
KZN or Johannesburg?
KZN.
With a condom or without a condom?
My parents are listening when?
With a condom.
With a condom.
Oh, fantastic. There we go. Thank you so much. Amazing. That was under 15 seconds, I guess. About 10 seconds that we had. There was 5 more left. I'm so sorry. We had to put you on the spot. It's called the 5 questions quiz. 14:45 Central African time. Right in the dramatic talk. Still having a chill and chat with Nonzwagazi. Now, thank you so much for coming through.
You're welcome.
And why Mozart? Do you love Mozart more?
I love Mozart because it's comfortable for me to
sing. Yes, so it sits well in the voice.
Exactly.
And how's the Clement Choir doing as well? Do you guys have something coming up?
Oh, the Clement Choir is great.
Nice.
We are currently taking a break.
Oh, nice.
We just did a symphony, Warren Bessie's
Nice.
Kabayi.
Oh, nice.
Symphonic Fantasy. When was it? End of August.
Stunning.
No, 6th September.
Oh,
6th
stunning.
September.
So it was recent.
Yeah, it was recent.
Great.
And then after that, we had to do the opening ceremony for the E2 conference, the telecommunication world. It was a world conference. So we had to do the opening for that. So the choir is taking a break at the moment because we're currently preparing for
fantastic
a finale.
Oh, that's
concert.
amazing. Oh, thank you so much for coming through, and I wish you all the best. Where can people find you on social media?
Okay, I have a Facebook page, Nonzwagazi. You're gonna see me on the profile page. I'm looking all dazzling, all red and white.
Stunning.
Exactly. And then on Instagram, my handle is at Nonzwagazi_Gamashimane.
Yeah.
And on Twitter, I'm available at the_tall_sposh.
The_tall_sposh. Sposh.
Yes.
Fantastic. Alrighty, thank you so much for coming through. Pakama Mbogoto is the track that you wanna let us know what you told us what it is about, and how can people find the song as of themselves?
Okay, the song is available on major digital platforms.
Nice.
iTunes, Google Play. It's also available for streaming, Apple Music,
nice,
Spotify, Deezer. You're also going to find my new single, Ikukulami.
Ikukulami.
Yes, I released it this month.
Fabulous. We're going to listen to that. Alrighty, enjoy Pakama Mbogoto, Nonzwagazi.
Yangena baqala babagaza bayibuza ukuthi wenza kanjani yangena kwashongothole hebuya yangena baniki namakhanda yangena baqala babagaza bayibuza ukuthi wenza kanjani Pakama Mbogoto hold your head up high, soar and reach for the sky. Sukuma Mbogoto, Sukuma Mbogoto. You're the fire, you can do it, you can lead. Yazizwa lezo shiki, yangeni Mbogoto. Uyazizwa lezo shiki, yanyatheli Mbogoto. Yangena yaphakamisa izwi, yangena yalamula impi, kwathuleka kwavele kwathithwaka, babizana kwagcwala abantu phama, bafuna ukuyizamazamisa, bafuna ukuyihlanganyela, bafuna ukuyibona iwa, kanti abazi noma bavuke. Oy, 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 oy. Oy, 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 Pakama Mbogoto. Pakama Mbogoto. Just hold your head up high, soar and reach for the sky. Sukuma Mbogoto, Sukuma Mbogoto. You're the fire, you can do it, you can lead. Haibo, what's in Tumbazi? What's in Mbogoto? What's in Tumbazi? What's in Mbogoto? What's in Tumbazi? What's in Mbogoto? Pakama Mbogoto. What's in Tumbazi? What's in Mbogoto?
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.
It It's the headlines.
Recapping your news bulletin this afternoon, large parts of Joburg without water, cause is unknown, excuse me. A very good afternoon. I am Rose Ratacha. Large parts of Johannesburg have been without water since Tuesday evening, and the cause is anyone's guess. Johannesburg Water tweeted that it was experiencing challenges with our Bryanston reservoirs. The reservoir levels are low, and therefore we had to close the outlet. According to Isaac Dludlu, Johannesburg Water spokesperson, the cause of the problem has not yet been determined. We are still investigating, Dludlu told News 24 on Wednesday. The water that goes into the reservoir is not enough, so we have lost pressure and capacity in the reservoir. However, we don't know the cause. We are still checking with Rand Water whether the supply from them is enough for our reservoirs, and we are still investigating whether there might be a leak somewhere that is causing this problem. And surgeon girlfriend charged with rape, hundreds of victims possible. An orthopedic surgeon in California who once appeared on a dating reality show and his girlfriend have been charged with drugging and sexually assaulting 2 women. In a case prosecutors suspect might involve hundreds of other victims. Authorities told AFP on Tuesday they had received dozens of leads in the probe just hours after a press conference held to try to encourage other women to come forward. I am being told by investigators that their phones have been very active this afternoon, said Michelle van der Linden, a spokesperson for Orange County prosecutors. The surgeon, 38-year-old Grant William Robichaud, and his 31-year-old girlfriend, Carissa Laura Riley, were charged on September 11th with rape as well as drug and weapons-related offences in connection with 2 alleged assaults. Catch me next week between 2 to 3 p.m. bringing you your latest news and sports bulletin. Make sure you stay hydrated as temperatures rise to 30 degrees Celsius in Johannesburg, 29 degrees Celsius in Lagos, 29 degrees Celsius in Washington, D.C. If we have missed anything, feel free to keep in contact with us using the hashtag The Dramatic Talk. We are brandlive.co.za on Facebook, Brand Live Radio on Twitter. I am Khaukelo Rebel Rose Ratacha on Facebook as well. You're still tuned into The Dramatic Talk with Bongani Drama.
You've got a way of doing that.
Nomi Superstar right here on the Dramatic Talk on BrandLive.co.za. This one is titled Losing Myself, coming through a brand new single. Last took played You Are, and this one is Losing Myself. The beats were by Harrison Crump, mixing and mastering by Harrison Crump, published by Universal Music Publishing as well. We love it so much, and I think we might have Nomi Superstar come through next week and just have a little bit of a conversation with us, but I'll confirm that, and you just have to be on the lookout on all social media platforms, on Twitter at Brand Live Radio, on Facebook BrandLive.co.za as well. 14:56 Central African Time. Alrighty, it has been quite an amazing show, and thank you so much for streaming in. This is the Gator. We're saying goodbye to you. Where have you been? If you just streamed in on the Convo Corner, we were really talking about stay-at-home dads. Are you a stay-at-home dad? You know, anyone who's been part of it, and some of the information we gave you, including some misconceptions about it as well. Drama Team came through, and we obviously looked at the comeback by Chomi, to 999, and we also looked at Justin Bieber applying for that US citizenship, and obviously becoming a dual citizenship, with the Canadian and the US as well. Rose Rachel came through with your sports update and your last news bulletins as well. Nonzwakazi with an amazing track, Yimi Mbogodo came through right. Pagama Mbogodo, I beg your pardon, which was quite stunning. And we brought you the 5 questions quiz as well, hoping that you loved it so much as well. 14:57 Central African Time. Rose, thank you so much.
Thank you, Drama.
What are you doing for the rest of the weekend?
I'm having a pre-birthday celebration since it's a long weekend.
Oh, nice. When is your birthday again?
On Tuesday, on the 25th, mid-month.
Tuesday 25th.
Yes. So
and,
those who are getting paid on the 25th, I'm accepting.
Are you telling your
gifts.
people on Facebook Live, or are you telling our listener?
I'm telling everybody.
All right. So on the 25th of September, everyone needs to give you a present.
Yeah, it can be monetary,
Is it? But have you given anyone a present?
Yes.
Really?
No, I'm joking. I'm not
completely. So how do you? There's the thing about people that are celebrating their birthdays later on in the year, and some of us celebrate birthdays when the year is really starting off. You don't buy stuff for us, but you expect stuff to come to you on your birthdays.
Yeah, buy me something first, and then I'll buy you as well.
But start with us, the people that start, that in actual fact are starting off.
Okay, we'll do that
the beginning of the year.
We'll start next year.
Completely. So that's what I need on the 23rd of January.
So you're telling me I'm not getting a gift from you next week?
It's 14:58 Central African Time on the Dramatic Talk. Rose, we'll do it this week.
Absolutely.
Right. Alrighty. Catch me in Bloemfontein this weekend with the National Choir Festival, second leg of the provincial championships in the standard category, and obviously in the large category as well. Can't wait, to see you there. I'm going to bring you the live stream with Coral Mag. The time is now. The Old Mutual National Choir Festival live stream, proudly brought to you by Coral Mag. Thank you so much for streaming in. It has been a pleasure. The name is Bongani Drama. Keep it, know it, and never forget it. Here's an able Wana Baya Kifilwe, a stunning Wana Chaba Refite. Quite an amazing track, folks. Thank you so much for streaming in. The name is Bongani Drama one more time. Have an amazing one further. Bye bye.
Magengelino Lumi Rishibani Mashu Like Patlisa Haraliringa Itaftisa Harifaya like Guatisa Haratame like Patlisa Alite like Javisa La Porra La Porra Umunatimo Baka Gongwana Usa Zotwala Chara Rifite Umunatimo Shapapina, Bana Bartina, Danteka, Babatlu Hurbona, Hababatlu, mix a serjola Lispinza, Lispinza, Levates seats, a gas, who gets a facit, Chava Rifite, Umunatimo, Baka Gongwana, Usa Zotwala, Chava Rifite, Umunatimo. and then nake tsena kae mo bona followers tlhare seo no so sankira zuri be pepe a kenya go half wa mpana re ke bjang ke slavita ke ponto ke matsona 10 out of 10 mamela mosane ke te bela bjala ke te tlisitse mputsise why skoro up to saka Satsibilitsa Simpachelete Satsibilitsa Umpando wami Wansibilitsa Umpachelete.
You're listening to brandlive.co.za.